Now let's see the concept of joint probability. The P of A intersection B is said to be the joint probability. For example, if you take the events that will be the A and the B, it will be intersect in the sample space. Then it will be said to be the joint probability. Let's see the formula for the joint probability. P of A intersection B, that will be equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A union B. Similarly, if you see for the union, this will become the P of A union B, that will be equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. These two formulas will be important in the joint probability. And next we will see some multiplication theorem for the probability. Next, we will see the multiplication theorem of probability. This multiplication theorem of probability is also be said to be the compound theorem of probability. This will be also said to be the compound theorem of probability. In this multiplication theorem, that will be divided into three events. That will be the compound event, and next will be the dependent event, and third will be the independent event. Let's see all of those three different type of events with examples, and we have to solve some problems. This multiplication theorem is divided into three parts. First part be the compound event, okay. Next be the dependent event, and third be the independent event, and third be the independent event. Let's see first for the compound event. If you take some different type of balls, that will be the green, black and white. Example for this compound event. Example, if you take green be the 4, black be the 6 and white be the 7. And what the question they will be asked? Two balls are drawn from a bag containing. Two balls are drawn from a bag containing. Let's see, if you want to take green and black, or if you want to take green and white balls. Suppose if I want to take probability of two green balls and one white ball, what will be the chance of probability for the two green balls and the one white ball? What will be the chances of occurrence? That will be the green, blue will be occur, one chance, and the next green, blue, and the next green, another chance will be occur, and the next third, that will be the blue, green, and green. Three chances of probability will be occur for a compound event. Now let's see for the dependent event. The dependent event means if you take from the cards, if you want to replace the spade, and as well as if you want to take an card similarly for that will be said to be the dependent event. That means in a cards, that is spade and as well as the card will be there in the group of cards. Hence one will be the dependent on each other. Hence it will be said to be the dependent event. Example for this dependent events. Example, from a pack of cards, spade is drawn randomly and not replaced the club if again club card is drawn. Here this pack of cards, spade is also the part of cards as well as the club is also the part of cards. Hence this will be said to be the dependent event. For example, if you take the independent event, this example, independent event example, if you want to roll a dice as well as if you head an coin, either it may be head or tail. This tossing a coin is a different event as well as the rolling a dice is also a different event. Hence this will be said to be the independent events. There will be no exclusion or there will be no dependency will be there in those two events. Hence this will be said to be the independent event. Example, tossing a coin and rolling a dice. Both are independent. This was the examples for the compound event, dependent event as well as the independent event. Let's see one problem for the based on this events. Let's say question. Example, if I want to take green balls be the 4, black be the 6, and white be the 7. For this, we have to find the probability of with replacement as well as the without replacement. With replacement and without replacement. Okay. For example, if I take only green balls, what will be the probability of chance of getting the with replacement as well as the without replacement? For example, if you see probability of, if I take 3 green balls, what will happen? G, 3 balls. Okay, this will be the G1, G2 as well as the G3. If you take the probability of getting the green ball, that will be the 4 by 17, right? This will be the 4, 10 total. This will become the 17. The probability of chance of getting the green ball first, that will be the 4 divided by 17 into, what I have to do? I have to take that green ball and again replace it with another green ball. Then it will become the 4 only. If I take the one green ball and I can't replace it with another green ball, then it will become the without replacement. If I take the one green ball and I will be replaced with another green ball, that will become the with replacement. Next, if I take the another green ball and I will be replaced with one green ball, and hence P of G2, that will become the 4 by 17. And I take the green ball and again the replaced with green ball. Next, similarly, if I take the another green ball and be replaced with new green ball, hence total green balls will become the 4 only, right? That will become the 4 divided by 17. This will be the case for the with replacement. With replacement. Next, we will see the without replacement. That will be the P of G1, G2 and as well as the G3. What will happen? If I take one green ball and depends upon the total, that will be the 17. And I can't replace with another green ball. Totally I have here 4 green balls and I can't replace with another new green ball. Hence this will become the 4 will be reduced to the 3. 3 divided by 17. And I will be taken in. Here we have the 3. Now we have the 3 green balls. And I can't replace it with another green ball. Then 3 will be reduced to 2. 2 divided by 17. This was the case. Now let's see, in order to write in terms of this G1, G2 and G3 notation, what will happen? That will be this will be the P of G1 dot P of this will be the G2 divided by G3. Here G3 will be the already gone. And next, what will happen to the last event? That will be the G3. This will become the probability of, that will be the G3 divided by, you have to take the intersection between the G1 and the G2, you will get the G3. This will become the G1 intersection G2. This will be for the without replacement. P of G1, G2 as well as the G3. Please remember, for the with replacement and the without replacement, and in the last session we have to move on to the further sessions. We have to solve so many questions based on this with replacement and the without replacement, as well as the joint probability functions, as well as the dependent and the independent events. Then you will be easily get how you apply this with replacement as well as the without replacement. Let's see one more problem for the joint probability. Then you will get to know how to apply the questions with the appropriate answers. Let's see one question. That will be the example. In a box, there are 100 resistors having resistance and tolerance let a resistor be selected from a box and assume each resistor likelihood. Define 3 events. Event 1, be the A has drawn a 47 ohm resistor. A has drawn 47 ohm resistor. And next, For the second, they will be said B has drawn, B is drawn with 5% tolerance. And next, third point, that will be the C has drawn 100 ohm resistor. They will be given the one table, and see that table you have to write, apply the joint probability for this question. The table they will be given resistance, 5%, 10%, and total, and this will be the tolerance. They will be taken for 22 ohm as well as the 47 ohm as well as the 100 ohm. For 22 ohm, they will be given 10, 14 as well as the 24. For 47 ohm, they will be given 28, 16, 40, 44. Next, 24, this will be the 8, you will get the 32. Total, this will become the 12, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6. What will happen here? 10, 18. 18. Next, 1, 2, 3. This will be the total. Here, 8, 10. Here, 4, 6, 9, 10. 100. In this question, you have to clearly observe, they will be given the 100 ohm resistor. 100 ohm resistor. It will have the resistance as well as the tolerance. Tolerance means it will be some, how much it have the stopping capability for that resistor of 100 ohm or 100 resistors. And assume each resistors, that will be the likelihood. That means all the resistors will be the same. First, if you want to draw, A is drawn 47 ohm resistor as well as the B drawn with 5% tolerance. And next, C drawn 100 ohm resistor. Let's see the answer. For A is drawn the 47 ohm. P of A, that will be equal to P of 47 ohm, that will be equal to, here if you see 47 means, here you can observe the 47. 47 means total how much you will get? 44. 28 plus 16 you will get the 44. That will be the 44 divided by 100. Total number of resistors will be the 100. My favorite be the 44. And here next, if you take the P of B, that will be equal to P of 5% tolerance. What will happen to the 5% tolerance? That will be the 5% tolerance means you will get the total as 62. That will be equal to 62 divided by 100. And next, what will happen to the P of C? that will be drawn 100 ohm resistor. That will be the P of C, that will be equal to P of 100 ohm, that will be equal to the P of 100 ohm means you will get the total as 32. That will be equal to the 32 divided by 100. If I want to take P of A intersection B, what will happen? If you take P of A intersection B, that will be equal to P of 47 ohm intersection 5%. You already know the formula for the P of A intersection B. If you want to solve this, you will get the 28 divided by 100. Similarly, if you take P of B intersection C, if you take this will be as an homework and solve this as 28 divided by 100. If you can't get, ask me in the comment section. I will give you an answer for it. Okay, try this problem for your own. You will get easily. And next, P of B intersection B intersection C, that will be the P of B be the 5% intersection C be the 100 ohm. If you apply the intersection for this, what you will get? That will be the 0. Here this will be the P of 5% intersection 100 ohm means 100 ohm, that will be the 32 divided by 100. Now you can apply the intersection for this, you will get the 0 as your answer. And next you have to apply the P of A intersection C. P of A intersection C, what will happen? That will be the P of A be the 47 ohm intersection C be the 100 ohm. C be the 100 ohm. That will be the P of 47 ohm be the 44 divided by 100 intersection P of 100 ohm, that will be the 32 divided by 100. If you apply the intersection for this, P of 44 divided by 100 intersection P of 32 divided by 100, you will get the 24 divided by 100. 24 divided by 100. This will be the P of A intersection C. In the next class, we will see the conditional probability and as well as try to solve some problems based on the conditional probability. If you get this joint probability, the conditional probability is not an issue. That will be so simple only. Thank you.